Greetings and welcome to the Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for March 2023. On Wednesday, March 15th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the temperature is approximately 55 degrees. We're expecting a high of 61 by 3 o'clock. And the last time I was able to get the temperature was 47 when I had a signal 2 hours ago. So I've been on the water less than 2 hours. I don't think I've launched here on the Gasconade in probably close to 5 years. Yeah. Rollins Ferry Access, which is near Rich Fountain, is just off of Highway 89. And yeah, I went upstream, and when I launched, the ramp was caked with mud and then thick with mud at the bottom, so I carried my kayak down and then launched from the gravel. And that went well. I paddled upstream, looking out at the water from the ramp. It was just so freaking swift. It's higher than it has been since I've been here before. But, yeah, the stretch, it's about 4/10 of a mile to the Highway Bridge, USA, or Highway 89. And in that 4/10, about a quarter of a mile of it at least, 3/4 or 3/10 is really swift. When I was here, it was shallow, and it was like maybe 1.5 feet deep, and I could see it, and I was barely moving, paddling for about 10 minutes to get past it. Well, the water's higher, so it's moving even faster. Plus, I was going against the wind. So, yeah, it was tough. I paddled for 6 minutes and got 2/10 of a mile, pulled off into a stream, rested for 6 minutes, went back out, fought it for another 1/10 of a mile till it calmed down, because it wasn't so shallow. Coming upstream, almost a mile, 8 or 9/10, it splits, and it makes a hard turn to the right going upstream and then left. However, where it splits and it continues to where I am, in the past I've come here and I've made a video where I got in maybe a 1/10 of a mile from here. Well, the water's higher. At that time I thought to myself, who knows, maybe in the long ago, this was actually an island next to me, over there. Well, this time I was able to get up another 1/4 mile from here, and it was rushing. It was rushing from across that little landmass. So apparently it is an island at times, but I couldn't get past that. So yeah, now before I came here into this little leg, as I went around that bend where the split is, I went and followed a stream, and I followed it for, oh geez, almost 3/4 of a mile, a little over 6/10, and back again. I got to a point, well actually there was one point where it looked like there was a tree across. I wasn't going to get very far, maybe a 1/4 of the way in. And as I paddled closer, as it turns out, it was just bark and branches just hanging, just sitting there, and so I just charged right through it. However, when I got to the near 3/4 mile mark, it was there was a tree right across. Was not going any further, but that's okay. I didn't want to go up there forever, so yeah. Current's drifting me out. See this? I'm under a ledge and I'm not on the Moreau, so that's pretty cool. And I can touch it right here. Yeah, right here. And there's another one a little further downstream. In fact, looking downstream, if I zoom in with the camera, you can see the Highway Bridge that I was talking about. Another 4/10 of a mile past that is the launch. Right now there's a boat sitting under it. I just saw it charge up there, and it just looks like it dropped anchor. Maybe they're fishing. Birds. Well, I did see some ducks in this stretch here. Other than that, I heard a woodpecker when I launched, and I saw what could have been an eagle flying over this ridge overhead here. And maybe it was a turkey vulture. It was so far away. I'll have to wait till I get home and I'll watch it on the big screen and I'll find out. So yeah, that's it for wildlife, etc. Okay, so what's going on? Hear that? It's cough. Yeah, cold. Man, I'll tell you what. In the past year, I've had 3 or 4 colds, and I was a person who hardly ever got sick in that sense, And yeah, but this past year, and they become a chest cold. Usually they last a day or so, but what happened was it started, Sunday, I had a feeling I had a cold coming on. I felt like, you know what, this is going to be a cold. Monday morning when I woke up, it was, and by Monday afternoon it was so bad, I had to take a 2-hour nap. Yeah. Which I needed, because we were going to the Buddy Guy concert. We were in St. Louis, well, Fenton at the hotel, and the reason we were there was because the previous night, on Sunday night, I read my poetry at Spine Bookstore and Cafe. Yeah, that was nice. So thanks to Leslie Day, who made that possible, and the owner, Mark Pennebecker. Yeah, very warm welcome. My poetry was well received, which is always good. Always good. Yeah. So that was nice. Buddy Guy. Yeah, that show was fantastic. Allie Venable opened. She's a guitarist from Texas. She's a, like if Stevie Ray Vaughan were still here, she'd be a Stevie Ray Vaughan protege. She's only, I don't know, what is she? I don't think she's 24. Maybe that's it. But she's pretty good player. Pretty good. And then Eric Gales, who was excellent. And then Buddy Guy. Buddy Guy joked and talked with the crowd, and this is his farewell tour. He's 86 years old. Pretty wild. That was a fantastic show. It's really good. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah, clear the throat. Yeah, so it was a, it's a chest cold. Yeah, I got home and tested anyway, you know, just to be sure, but yeah, never is negative. But yeah, I mean, I prior to this year, I think, I would never get colds like this. If I got one a year, maybe, I don't know. All right, other than that, what's news? Well, my Ford Maverick pickup truck is in production. It went into production on the 10th of March, so it should be done within the next day or two. They say it can take up to 3 days, unless it has to leave the plant for something. Well, mine has to go to another building. They have the spray and bed liner, and then back to the plant to finish the line. So, hoping in the next day or two, I'm told that it is built, and then it's on a train, which can take a couple days if there's not one already headed for Kansas City, you know, a car, you know, because they stack them up till they have enough for a car. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, next week we're leaving. We're driving to Casper, Wyoming. Yes, that's where we're going. We're going to Casper. It's a 1,000-mile drive, I think. So we're going to stop in North Platte. And then from there, that's 9 hours, and then it's another 5 hours, I think, to Casper. So, yeah, that is our plan. That is our plan. We'll be there, I don't know, close to a week, taking care of Jenny's affairs. Something needs to be done. So it can't be put off forever. But yeah, and so yeah, we'll be gone for more than a week, because it's 2 days travel there and 2 days travel back. Anyway, that's it. That's it for news and all that jazz. This has been your Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for March 2023. Ciao, folks, and vlog on.